What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Fasting Mike's channel. Previously in one of the videos that I've done, I've spoke about my previous weight loss journey where I used intermittent fasting at the time, where I'd eat from the hours of 12 midday to 8 o'clock, and then when I was at work on my 4 days on it was from 12 till 5, so it was over 16, 8 or 24. Or fast for 20 and then eat for 4 to 5 hours, like kind of thing, depending on the day. But I used IF to actually do it to lose the weight, and also I was doing the training as well. So I'm going to talk you through on my video on where I was in each of the pictures and how I was feeling, the reasons and why. So I'll see you in a minute. So in this picture here, I was in Disneyland, and to be honest with you, I was 25. I said about 25 and a half at the time. I was about 17 and a half stone. I wasn't, to be fair, I wasn't in a very good place mentally, because what you need to remember is that when I was a child, I used to box as a kid, so I've always been into fitness in some form or way. So I started boxing when I was about 8 years old, and started competing at 11, and stopped around about 17, and then from about 18 I just stopped really training and doing anything. So the weight kind of piled up until I got to this point. And I remember being in Disneyland, looking at some of the pictures at the time, and I was just like, I was depressed about it, to be honest with you, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to take you to the next. As you can in that picture there, like I'm absolutely out of it, to be honest with you. I'm literally drunk. I remember looking back at that picture at the time, and just thinking, Jesus Christ, my friggin' mess, if you know what I mean. And I had good times, a bit too many good times, or too much food, overate. At the end of the day, it was my own fault. But I'm going to show you my journey and and where I was at the time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, in this picture here, it was the 13th of February. I think it was 2016. Was it 2016? No, sorry, it was 2015 at the time. And I decided, right, that's it now. I'm going to start losing weight. I had enough of being fat and obese, unhappy. It was, it was affecting my mental health at the time. I feel really depressed. I'd wake up down. I wasn't feeling good at the time, and I just, at the end of the day, I was like, that's it. I'm going to start, doing something about it. So I started researching. At the time, intermittent fasting come up, and a guy called Low Carb, I think his name was Low Carb Corey, that was it. And he used to talk about doing 36 hour fasts and things like that at the time, but I didn't really want to do that. So, but he also spoke about doing just, eating from the hours, just missing breakfast, and eating from the hours of 12 till 8. Or you can be flexible with that, if you know what I mean. You can do shorter, but as long as you stuck to the 12 till 8. But if you wanted to do shorter, to fast for longer, you could do that kind of thing. So I started to train, and as you can see, sorry, I'm just looking at the computer. As you can see in this picture here, next to my old self when I was overweight, and I was about 17. It was probably about 17 stone there. I was very unhappy, but then I started to train, do intermittent fasting, and over months and months and months and months and months and months and months of hard training, there was my results. At the end of that, I stopped overeating. I started eating the right foods. Started to have a low carbohydrate diet. Used to keep my fats a little bit higher, if you know what I mean, because I started to realise that I'm quite sensitive to carbs at the end of the day, and it just weren't good for me at all. Like kind of thing. And these little videos here, just like little clippets of me training and the things that I was doing at the time. like kind of thing. So as I say, you can see I trained hard, I trained heavy, you know, to change my body composition. I had to obviously start off somewhere, so I started off doing the light weights and things like that. Then eventually I had to move it up and get stronger, and you know, to get more dense muscle, like kind of thing at that time. To Florida, I went back to Florida again. In this picture, I was more happier. I was in such a great place mentally, like kind of thing. But as I say, it was a hard road when I was losing that weight, like kind of thing. But like I was so glad and so happy I did it. Like, you know, when I look back at it now, I think, you know, why did I gain that weight back? But I know deep down this is what I've done before, doing intermittent fasting. This time round I'm doing, you know, as I say, I'm doing alternate day fasting, just to speed up the process and stuff like that. That's why I go to the gym, I lift heavy, I do this, I do that, because look, the proof's in the pudding. I've done it before by using IF at the end of the day, and I'm determined mentally. Like, I look at my 2-year-old son, I don't want him looking at me thinking, oh, daddy's fat, daddy's this, daddy's that. No, I don't want to feel like that at the end of the day. I want to look my son to look at me and go, oh, you know, my daddy's fit, he can go and run over the park with me, he can, you know, when I go to school with him, he's like, oh, you know, and encourage him to be into fitness and eat right and things like that. That's what this time round is determining me. Before it was more, how can I put it? It was more, you know, what people thought of me at that time in my life. And from the last time I did this like kind of thing, but this time it's not about that. It's about being able to run my child, be able to do stuff, not be able to be out of breath, take my son to school and look at me and go, oh, that's my dad, that is me, proud of me, like kind of thing, and not look at me and go, oh, he's just a fat mess and get embarrassed. I know that sounds like not a good way to think, but that's me. That's what motivates me. That's what gets me up early in the morning at 4:15 to go for those, you know, runs, go to do the bag work, lift those weights. That's what drives me now, like kind of thing, thinking that. So sometimes you can have those negative thoughts in your head, and you can use it to power it. Never have a negative thought and think, oh, I'm going to have a chocolate. Don't do that to yourself, because you're letting them win. That's how you need to see it. So as you can see here, like, you know, through the changes and stuff like that, you know, I was looking, you know, pretty good. So like, I'd like to think so. Yeah, probably quite vain, but you know, I felt at the time I was in really good nick, and that's where I want to get on this cut. So if you follow me, also subscribe to my channel, and you'll see these kind of results again. But this time I want to come in better condition, just better. I want to lean down more. I should have, you know, because obviously the last time I've never stopped training, I've never stopped doing weights, so I've still got that muscle. So I want to have that more dense, more dense muscle than when I did when I started that one. So hopefully on this time round I should be able to produce something which is, you know, I look good at the end of the day. And I want you guys to join me. I want you guys to subscribe, like my videos, comment. You know, if you want me to do a video or a topic on something, you know, come and do it. And I'm hoping that you look at this video and go, do you know what? You know, I'm not in a good place at the moment, mentally. Like, I wake up a bit depressed. You know, people picking me being overweight. People, you know, take the mick out of people all the time at the end of the day. But don't let that make you pick up a piece of chocolate or a biscuit or have a Chinese or go to the chip shop. You know, go to the gym. You know, let that drive you. When you're on that running machine, it's hurting you. Just think all those, you know, negative thoughts that people say about you, and let that drive you. So I'm going to leave you guys to it now. So like, subscribe to the video, and peace out and have a good day.